Hey guys, this is Barry with FaO&x Outdoors, and I'm doing an unboxing video on, I have no idea who sent me this. Whoever did send me this, I just want to give you a little briefing of my life. If you don't put something on here, I have no idea what it is. And here's the reason why. I'm not a small creator. It doesn't say, it just says yellow on the side of it. There's nothing on the back side. Here, walk with me, swap over here. I just want to show you something. I gotta do a review on this. I have to do a review on this, that. Those two things there, that down there. Come with me. I have to do a review on that, this. I gotta do a review on that, this. And there's stuff on the porch I gotta do a review on. I have no idea this is, so it's going to be an exciting thing for both of us. So let's dive into it. I'm not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure it's an e-bike, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, whoever it is, you got to do better at marketing. This isn't good. You don't send stuff like this. Cool headlight. We've seen these before. Packaging's not bad. There's air that's higher a little bit. Called a LikeBike. So I think we've got that figured out. Let me get all this cleaned up real quick. Looks, it's got a massive battery, and find out a little bit more about this. I had no idea what it is. So yeah, don't send me bikes that without, just throw a sticker on there. That's crazy. All right, so did a little investigating, went to their website, take a look at it. So it's called LikeBike. It's the KN110. This might be more of a video for the company than from you. If you still want the bike, I'll put it in the description below, but the company's got some learning curve still because the packaging is not the best. There's marketing is not the best. You're gonna have to put a ton of stuff on. No kickstands put on, the rear axle's not put on. It looks like a ton of fairing that has to be put on that they could have put on themselves. This is more probably for the company than it is for you guys watching, but you can come along with me and we'll put this thing together. Also, on the website, LikeBike, you don't say much about this at all. I know that you've got some pictures and stuff like that. I don't know what size that motor is. You said a 2,000 watt peak. That doesn't say what the motor is. Is it 1,000 watt? Is it an 800 watt, 750 watt? You don't say at all what the battery is. You just say the range. It goes 50 miles. So no one knows what the battery size is. Their website needs a little bit of cleaning up to do. There's no information on this. You're not telling anybody anything. So let's get into this. It doesn't look like a bad bike at all. And for 1,100 bucks, it's, I don't know what size the motor is or the battery, but it says it goes 50 miles per hour, but everybody says it does way more than it can. And the funny thing is I've taken that to real value, and I'll take this out in the woods and I only get 30, and I'm stuck in the woods and I have to walk 20 miles back to my truck and walk it because I'm in the woods where I can't get my truck. I'm the worst person to send this to. Let's put the kickstand on first. That's crazy that I have to say that. This should be tools, manual. Yeah, so we've got pedals, a charger, and some tools. Another thing you could do is put threaded bolts, because I think you're trying to do like a nut or something. I've not seen a situation like that before, where you have to do a nut and the washer. You can just thread that, or thread this and run the screw through the plate. So I don't know if you can see the lighting or what, but it's bent right here, which made that such a pain to get off. I just want you to know if somebody dropped that or I'm not sure what was going on. This is threaded and they have nuts on the bottom, so I'm not 100% how they want it, but I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna put it this way with the plate on the outside. Also, you did not put a manual in here. Not that I use it much, but I can reference to something that I might have the questions about, because this right here, I'm not sure if you want it on the outside, the inside. You put nuts on it and it's also bent, so I'm not sure how to, I don't know what you're wanting. Oh, there's a plate right here. I'm assuming they want it on the inside, the plate on the other side. I don't know. There's no manual with it, so the screws were very difficult to get off. But like I said, mine was bent, the plate on the top or whatever. But all right, I think you can see how I'm putting this on. I'm not going to put those nuts back on because I can't. Like I said, it's bent, so it's not going all the way on. Whoever did it before, I don't know if it was a machine or what, but put on the kickstand first, because when you put the tire on, you're gonna have to lean it up against the wall or do something. Alrighty. I don't know how secure that is because, like I said, this can break if you're just relying on the bolts. I would have threaded the plate and ran it straight through and relied more on the plate than the screws. Now we can work on the front of the bike. There it is. I try to keep the LCD screen protected. I'm moving things around. Now we're gonna need to adjust this later, but I'm just gonna tighten it down. You wanna line this up with your front tire. There we go. All right, thanks for using the same screw for everything. That's awesome. Because this has got gears on the front, be careful not to put it on the sprocket. But yeah, an 8-inch box or an 8-inch lift of some kind makes your life so much freaking easier. So this is the nut on the other side, and it's got these little flat spots on here. I just want you to know it only fits one way. So if it feels like it's outward, just spin around, it'll snap in. So if that does come out, just want you to know that it has two little flat spots. Just keep spinning. There it is. Just keep spinning. So put the rotor on the right side. This is your rotor. And put it on your brakes first. I have never put a bike on where the tire is so freaking tight. Rotor on the brakes first. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a tight fit for whatever reason. And because it's tight, be a little bit more of a challenge to put this on. I'm going to spin this around till it locks in. There it is. There we go. All right, everything is done. That was nice. That little box, so helpful. So we have what they call a beak or a front fender, and it looks like it's only 2 bolts. A lot of companies do 3. If you do have some extra different tools like ratcheting wrenches or anything, and use them. If not, they do give you tools for this. And with this channel, we always use just what the companies give us, unless it absolutely is insane. I can't do anything about it. Then I'll pull out my own tools. But a lot of people want an e-bike that don't have a whole toolbox or a shop or anything like that. That's why I want to use their tools for putting these all together. It's simple, easy. It makes it look cool. This is a pretty bike. All right, that's done, and it's straight. So good job there. Put on this light. Does this have turn signals? Because sometimes these mop bikes are typically like street bikes anyway. So when you're putting these on, I just took them off. There's a rubber gasket and then a nut. Put the rubber gasket on the inside. You have to put the rubber here. Even if you have a little bit of glue or something, that's fine. I don't know why they don't do this at the factory. But yeah, you got to put the gasket between the light and the bracket. All right, so the front is done. They did give you an air pump. Anytime I see one of these, that means the tires are flat. I tell you what, the stickers are 100%. I've done bikes where the stickers are just peeling off. This is like, there's not even a sticker. It's actually molded into it. Good job there. So I got to put this metal plate on the front here, probably like that. This goes on like this. That goes like that. So just got to put the screws in here, and I got to figure out how to open this up. This has to come out. And leave it on the kickstand's going to lean on this side, and it's just not going to be comfortable to work with. This is fine the way it is. There's going to be an odd one. I hope you can see that. Can you see it's like this odd one? You'll have an odd screw. That one's going to go in your plastic over here. All these other ones will go into the metal one. You can see the difference. All right, so I just took a flathead, and all I'm doing is just kind of pushing this into itself just like that. Another thing, LikeBike, a lot of companies will have like a lever that comes in here, and there'll be a screw back here. It's just a little plastic screw that you can just hand screw it back on. That is so nice. Just sit here and just unscrew it, lift this off, pull it back, rather than all those screws on there. And it's simple for you guys. Slide it in, knock it in, put that. It's just like a plastic handle, and you just sit there and just screw. But yeah, just to give you a heads up there, because this is a pain to put on for your customers. I think you might have to put it in through here. Does that fit inside there? It doesn't. I don't think this is right, but there's no manual, so it doesn't tell you. And now I'm stripping it. So now it's stripped. So that's stripped. So that's just a stupid design. Let's take this off. The keys are on this side. There we go. And it's not plugged in. Okay, so it's down there. So a lot of times they'll have a plug in the top. So this is how you charge it, and it's going to be on the other side too. So all you got to do is pull this back, put this in. And what is the amp hours on that? And it is a 25 amp hour battery. So 25, yeah, you can get 80 miles or 50 miles, probably a little bit less. And they didn't give me enough screws. There's only 3 screws, and I didn't even use that one. So it's really only 2 screws. Huh, what a mess, man. I mean, I'm aggravated. Let me just be alone for a minute. Well, I've been sitting here trying to put this on. I dropped the screw down here, and once it falls down in this crack, you will not get it back. It's just, it's impossible to get it back. Why don't you just put that on? I don't understand why we have to put this on. It doesn't fit. You didn't give me enough screws. I have 3 screws left, and that's not even counting. I missed this one. I didn't put one in here. That is stripped now, the little Phillips one. I'm not putting this on. Put this on. Put the kickstand on. That doesn't make any sense. It just makes it easier for your consumer. How am I supposed to put this stuff on the front with only 3 screws? There's no screws here. This is not good. Actually, I think I'm done with this review. You've got a lot to work on. I don't know if you're thinking that Americans are just stupid or what. I mean, on top of this, we haven't talked about warranties, taking care of your customer. I think I'm done with this. I'm really disappointed in this bike. It's 100% junk right now. Their website is not ready. It doesn't have any information on here. They didn't give me enough screws. You gotta do better, man. Again, we're not even talking about warranty, taking care of your customer. This bike I don't approve it, and I refuse to finish it. This is crazy. There's a few bikes that I've actually put together, and with my viewers' help, we made them go bankrupt. And how I know that is because they send me a paper saying that their company went bankrupt, so they don't have to pay me commission and all this other stuff. So, or you have 2 choices: do better and make a better bike, or stop making bikes, do something else. All right, if you like this bike, I'll put it in the description below. I don't know why you would. If you're wanting honest reviews, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. And hey, if you're an e-bike company, don't send me garbage. Don't send me an empty box with no name on it. I have no idea who it is. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.